Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to the Positive Experience podcast, where we look at the good, the bad and the ugly in living your best life. Today's segment is called In the Trenches, where we look behind the scenes at what's happening in the clinic. Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to the Positive Experience. I've got my mate Aarvi here, and he's going to be the center of the spotlight. And we're looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly in living your best life. Today's the Trenches episode on when, where, what, who, and why. Well, did I even share that to you guys? I don't think so. So I'll go through those 5W's individually. And the context of the conversation today is sport. So a couple of weeks ago, I shared my 5W's on sport. Aarvi put me under the spotlight. So today, Aarvi's going to be under the spotlight. Okay, so in terms of sport, when did you know? How about you share us with the sport that took up a lot of your time? And you've already addressed this in previous vlogs, but when did you know that this one particular sport was the one that you were going to focus on? Aarvi, let's start there. So when did you know?
Well, what period are we talking?
Well, let's go your number one sport. So whatever it may be, because right now your interests may be, let's go now. What are you currently interested in sport-wise?
Currently play a little bit of touch rugby, but it's just mainly at the gym, no real sports. But my main sport my whole life's been soccer. So I played soccer my whole life up until stopped about 2015. I still play every now and then, but 2015 sort of gave it up.
All right. So it sounds like before we jump into the next W, you're kind of tossing up between talking about soccer or if you wanted to talk about gymming stuff. Which way did you want to go?
I don't know, I'll probably go soccer because it's actually a sport at the moment.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at soccer, when did you know that that was going to be your thing?
So that would have been as soon as I started playing. I was seven. I started playing. My dad got me into a team up in Griffith for West Griffith Soccer Club.
Okay.
And my primary school mates were there. And then, was playing ever since. Never missed a season, nothing up until I was 22, yeah.
Okay. And so I was going to say or ask, where did you play? But you just gave that away. You're in Griffith. So how about we go with where were you on the field? So position-wise, what position did you play?
So, well, I can still answer the where I was. My last club that I played was Altona Magic. At the time, they were in State League One. So currently they're in the highest flight, the NPL, because they've been promoted for a few years and they're sitting at the highest flight, the one below A-League.
Yep.
But when I was there, they were just in the State League One. So which is, at the time, it was A-League, VPL, so which is Victorian Premier League, and then it was the two state leagues, State League One in Northwest and State League One Southeast, and then I went down State League Two, etc., all the way down to like 5.
Okay.
So it was all right. I was playing under 20s at the time, and was a fringe player for the seniors.
Pretty good. What position? Were you like an attacking midfielder, a key defender, a goalie?
So when I was playing for the 20s, I was just playing up front, and then striker or in the midfield. I liked midfield, but the midfielders were just a bit better than me because they were a bit short and nippier. I was always tall, so they played me up front. But as I played more the senior games, I was more out on like the sides, like a left, right back, or the wings.
Okay. And just on your personal game, like, do you have a pretty lethal left foot, or you can kick off both feet pretty good, or were you strong in the air? What was the strength in Aarvi's game?
I was just good at like finding players, like pinging, like able to ping a good ball across to other players. I just knew how to. That was probably my thing, just passing, I reckon. Yeah.
Passing game. Okay. And looking back, what do you think was one of your weaknesses?
Considering how tall I am, I was never good in the air. I never learnt how to actually win in the air. So that's always been my downside.
Okay.
Anything below my knees, I was like, my touch was like really good. But as soon as I went in the air, I wasn't great. And I had the height. Everyone used to say, why can't you header and stuff? But I never knew.
So like a technique thing, maybe it wasn't drilled early days?
Yeah.
Like positioning and muscling for space?
Yeah, no, I was seeing like younger like shorter players in my team that were getting up for headers, taller players than me. And I was like, how are they doing it? And I'm like, I don't even need to jump, and I still ain't getting it. So that was my weak point.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. So if we look to the third W, who, let's go back to that time when you were at the peak of your powers at Altona Magic. And so that's probably 4 or 5 years ago, playing 20s. Who was the main sort of person that you were following that you would try and model your skills after? Was there a key forward or a key midfielder that kind of took your fancy?
So I was always been a fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. So I was pretty much just always watching him. I've been following him since I was young. So he's been my idol for a while. Yep. But ever since I stopped playing, I've sort of found that Messi's a better soccer player overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your main reason why that Messi? In your opinion, why Messi's better than Ronaldo?
I think just the overall game, like overall player is like he's good at passing, dribbling. Like no one can match him for dribbling speed, and his shot's pretty good because Ronaldo's just lethal up towards the box, so anywhere near the box, and his heading's good. But Messi runs from like box to box, so yeah, I think he's more of a team player, and overall player, he's a better player.
To your knowledge, Google could probably tell me, but to your knowledge, who's got more trophies in the cabinet? Like, maybe they were part of championship teams. Are they kind of neck and neck, or is one more than the other? Yeah,
it's pretty close, but Messi's got more. But the only thing that Ronaldo has over him, he has an international European title over him, whereas Messi doesn't have any international titles.
Is that club or is that international titles?
For his country. Yeah, so that's why they always say Maradona's better than Messi because he's won the World Cup. But I feel like Messi's just
has everything
better.
else. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. So the fourth W here is what? And I think the way that I'll frame is that coming up backwards for you? It is.
No, it's clear.
It's clear.
It's coming normal.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So in terms of what I'd be interested in, knowing what you know now, right? What would you have done if you went back and told 20-year-old Aarvi what you know now to help you with your game? What do you think you would have told 20-year-old Aarvi?
No, I was actually thinking about this not the other week because I kind of do miss playing and I've been thinking about getting back into it. But at the same time, because what I was doing at the time, I wanted to get pretty big at the gym because I was gymming hard, and then I was training at soccer. I was 3-2-2. That's why I was getting a fair few injuries as well when I look back at it, because I was training. I was doing like the bro gym way, so doing like chest one day, biceps like arms one day, doing shoulders. So I didn't have much knowledge. That's what everyone does at the gym, and I was just following through because that was their full-time sport, whereas I was still playing soccer. And then I was just trying to match that. And then when it came over to soccer, I wasn't making any difference. I still wasn't strong on the ball. I still wasn't doing anything. So if I was to I'd actually focus more on training for the sport at the gym. So doing more stuff that will actually make me more explosive, like doing a bit more plyometrics, a bit of core work, a lot of core work. Because I played like the SEAT Games last year. I've been playing, a couple of years ago. I played that as well. I was just a lot stronger on the ball. Like that, no one could actually push me off the ball at the moment. But if I knew that back then, I think that would have taken me a lot further in the game as well.
Man, I empathise with you. It's one of those things you wish you knew what you know now then, eh? Man, Great. So if we move to our final W, why, maybe we can phrase this up as why not. So if we're thinking about getting back to sport, maybe let's frame this in two ways. Why did you give up soccer? Let's answer that first. What happened?
So it was my final season at Altona Magic. I don't know, just at the start of the season, pre-seasons were getting way too long. So by the time the middle of the season came, I was sort of like getting over it and studies was getting a bit intense. And then I felt like whenever I was playing soccer, I wanted to continue playing soccer, but whenever I was at the gym, I wanted to quit soccer and just get bigger. And then my like for the gym got a bit bigger. And then I got a couple of injuries that season. So like I did my ankle, and then once I got back from rehab, hurt my ankle again, same ankle, and then my back was always constantly sore because I had that back pain that season as well. And then towards the end, I was like, the season nearly finished and I was playing with like a bruised foot. I was just playing because I wanted to get the season done and I wanted to play the last few games. And then when preseason came around, I'm just like, maybe I'll just take a year off and see how I go. And then that year I just went at the gym and I put in a little bit of size, a couple of kilos and stuff. And then, I don't know, then that took over. Then I never got back into it really. So
Got away from you a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much because, studies got a bit more intense and I just didn't know who to play for because I was over the 20s age group and felt like I would never get back in. Yeah.
So if we're looking at, your current climate of what you're thinking, because, you enjoy the touch stuff, you've got a lot of the training that you enjoy, you got the soccer. So I guess the final question would be, why not? If you were able to plan out your week, do you think you can squeeze in soccer into maybe 2021, or if there's an off-season futsal season that you might sort of dip your toe in the water? Like, where's your headspace at sport-wise?
I haven't thought about just going into rugby or something, but I don't know, I find because it's just my body type. Because if I want to do something, I want to do it properly. Like if I'm going to play soccer, I want to get fit and not just go for a kick. And then if I do that, I lose all my size because I'm fortunate in a way I can lose weight real quickly. Like I go real skinny really easily. But for me, I don't want that. I want to be bigger. So that's the reason I'm not going back into sport, because of the too much cardio with the sport that comes with it. Because I don't want to just go play park soccer and just be still big, because I want to actually play well. So.
Gotcha. Well, guys, it looks like Aarvi's got some hard decisions to make because he's still stuck on the fence here. Either looking to get big in the gym, get strong, or try and get back on the field and maybe sacrifice some of the goals in the gym. So I empathise. That's a tough one for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's Aarvi's 5W. That's the theme for our Trenches episode today. Just want to mention before we run away that our physical locations are still open. I know things are getting a bit more optimistic out there in the real universe, in the sense that people are starting to see the infection rates and just the numbers head downward, which is what we all want to see. So do the right thing and stay indoors as best you can. Appreciate everyone that's out there still able to work, and hopefully we hear some good news on May 11th. So that's our physical location is still open. We got our Telehealth service. If you're interested in jumping online, very much a format like Aarvi and I here are, just having a chat. And across our Telehealth service, we can give you great advice. We can give you some tips on things that you can do and educate you on your injury or the problem that you have, so you can get some help at home. Cool. So any final thoughts there, Aarvi, before we finish up?
No, good. So I've had a few telehealth sessions yesterday, which went well. You can actually get a lot of benefit out of it from just a good chat, and the exercise program that's on the actual thing we use, the Physio track. There's a lot of great exercises and it's easier to follow and document. So yeah, I think it's quite beneficial to telehealth.
It is. And I think it's new for everyone, for everyone at home, plus for us too. So we're navigating our way around it, but we still have the great advice in the clinic physically, plus the same advice we'd give you online as well, digitally. So take it up, take the offer up if you're interested. If not, always remember, making healthy simple. Do what you can while you're at home. Keep an eye out for our Facebook Lives, and we'll catch up with you guys soon. Thanks, Aarvi. Cheers, guys.